What's up, Pixie Posse? We little pixels all. It's your buddy Big Johnny G. I want to thank you for joining us here at Two Gun Pixie, your gateway for legendary gaming. Now, today's vlog, there are a couple of things I want to go over because I'm still striding towards my goals. Thank you all for checking this all out. So, I want to talk about, I think this is the order I'm going to drop it in. So, today is Friday, but this is airing tomorrow, Saturday. Game Day, Dungeons & Dragons. We're currently going over what I consider the greatest first-level module of all time, the Lost City. I'm going to tell you why I think that's so, and why you should play that if you have first-level characters. Then, since it's D&D Day, we're going to talk about players. I've had a lot of turnover, and I'll tell you why and what it means. And then, of course, we're going to finish off by telling you, at the end of the day, what I've done to get towards this goal, where I am, and where it's all going to. So, that's what's going on here at Two Gun Pixie, your gateway to legendary gaming. So thank you very much, Pixie Posse. Let's check out how today goes. All right, time to check out some morning UFO shows and Two Gun Pixie while I'm having a little breakfast. A little breakfast of champions. Well, maybe not the breakfast of champions. I don't like to indulge in fast food breakfasts too often, but every now and then I do like a little bit of a treat. And what's a better treat than a pancake sandwich for breakfast? All right, get this in me, and then time to start the show. So the adventure I'm doing is a classic, going back to the basic set. Tom Moldvay's B4, The Lost City. Now, there's a lot of reasons why this is considered one of the best, and I'll tell you some of the reasons why I consider it one of the greatest. If you're going to start an adventure and you're planning on breaking in new characters, maybe even new players, then I think this is the module you're going to be looking for. B4 gives you a vast environment to work with, starting off in the desert, getting into an ancient temple, ziggurat, and then from there, even an underground abandoned city. The people, the characters, the story that's going to unfold is going to captivate you. The story is engaging, and the characters are quite crazy. Fun to roleplay for a DM, and fun to interact with if you're a player. There's decidedly a non-linear structure to the module. Although the levels, especially the higher levels of the ziggurat, are a little bit more railroaded as far as how many ways that you can go and what you can do, the larger levels as you get down deeper do open up to a very non-linear system. And if you make it all the way down to the cavernous city underground, it is completely open-ended. The game has a great balance. I'm talking about a great balance between combat, puzzle solving, and player interaction. Even if your players aren't heavy into role-playing, that doesn't matter. There's still going to be a lot of interaction that's going on between them, the NPCs, and even themselves. One of the reasons for this is the factions. In this module, they're going to find 4 different cults, for lack of a better term. One of them is decidedly evil, and the other 3, well-meaning, but nuts, and not on the same page with each other at all. And your players are going to get a chance to join these cults. Just adding on to the flavor of the craziness. And then, to top it all off, at the end of the adventure, you get to face a god. Well, that's in parentheses. You get to face a powerful extra-dimensional being, which actually later on in D&D in 3.5, they actually turned into a Cthulian demonic deity godlike being. It's actually quite fitting. So this is the reason why I think this is one of the greatest first-level modules anyone can ever run or play in for the Dungeons & Dragons game. What's your favorite first-level module? Well, tomorrow's game day, or today, by your point of view, today's game day, D&D, love it, been doing this since 77. Let me tell you, in that time I've played with a hell of a lot of different players. Groups change all the time. Currently, I'm in the midst of changing groups myself. Well, I'm not changing groups. My group is changing, I guess would be the better way of putting that. Sometimes twos come together and leave together. I've experienced this with siblings, and I've experienced this with spouses. If you have one in the game, you have them both in the game. If you don't have one, you don't have either of them. Even dating-wise, this applies. So that's a way sometimes you lose players. Another is jobs. Jobs get very hectic. Two of our current players right now, Jonathan Josh and Anthony Acevedo, they love coming here. They love gaming. They love the energy. But both of their jobs now have them working on Saturdays. That's ruined a lot of players. And then, of course, there's also fights. It comes down into two categories, basically. Either they've walked away from my table or I've thrown them away from my table. It comes down to those 2 points, really. And I'm not going to get into the intricacies of this because delving into that really seems like I'm going to get into, just bitching about things that happened. Very simply, I think it boils down to if someone was thrown out of my group, they are dead to me, person non grata. If they left my gaming table, well, then, hey, there's always a chance they can come back, right? Things happen, lives get complicated, and then they get uncomplicated. Sometimes, as our co-founder and co-producer Tom Vulo likes to say, the fairy takes a shit on your desk. And, that's what happens. What I've found, being a DM, is that people, either individuals or groups, are always looking for a DM. I find more players looking for DMs than DMs looking for players. In fact, every time I go fishing for new players, I'm getting 3, 4, 5 bites at a time. So, I want everyone to play. I want people to play. I want them to have a good time. I want to have a good time DMing. So, as long as this system is always there, it makes the players sometimes feel like a revolving door. And I wish I could have a solid group of players for more than 1 or 2 years at a time, because it really kind of feels like the campaigns get stunted. But the story goes on, with new or with old. What are some of the things you see about players? Have you had problems with players, changing players, a revolving door of players? Put it down in the comments. Let us know about it, and let us talk about it. Well, this part of my day is pretty much over. I didn't get as much done as I wanted. I did get videos uploaded, so that's good. I got 2 more uploaded. I think at this point I have 1 more midday monologue that I'm going to have to put up, and 2 of the Big Johnny G's 5 favorites. And at that point, I should be a full year ahead of schedule. I'm going to have to double check it at that point, though. That's I had a lot to do today, setting up for the Dungeons and Dragons game. Because remember, you're watching this on Saturday. This is Friday, the day before the game. Getting the table set up, the notes set up, the minis, the terrain, and all that. So that dug into a little bit of my time today. It's probably going to dig into some of my time tomorrow as well. But as long as I can get one thing uploaded and filmed, I'm still ahead of schedule. It was like 5 days ago, 6 days ago, I said 7 to 10 days I'd be finished with the videos. I'm more than ahead of schedule. So now it's time for me to clean the bathroom, jump in the shower, and then get ready for dinner. See you tomorrow.